or a Republican, and I know there's some Democrats here today, or an independent, or maybe you're not political at all. What I'm bringing to the table, folks, for Arkansas is going to be good for everyone, all citizens, regardless of political affiliation. And that's why there are groups of people out there called Democrats for Jan. That's why there are groups of people out there just for Jan Morgan who are not political at all. And there are people involved right now in this room today who never even voted in an election. But they went and registered, and they're stepping up because they're ready to take control of their government. And I'm excited about that. So here's this girl that I'm hoping you're going to vote for. First of all, I'm a born-again Christian. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm an NRA and state police certified firearms instructor. I teach people the gun skills they need to save their lives. What can be more rewarding than that? I'm also the national spokesperson of Citizens for Trump, the largest grassroots citizens organization in America who fought for Donald Trump from the very beginning, from the moment he said, "I'm running." And in fact, here's one picture. I want you to picture this in your mind, because if nothing else, this really outlines the difference between me and my opponent in this race. While I was on Fox News, national TV, trying to get Trump elected, supporting and defending Donald Trump during the whole election process, my opponent, Asa Hutchinson, was on his favorite network, MSNBC, bashing Trump, saying, "We got to stop this Trump show." And you know what? Our governor said, my opponent said, "Trump's message is not my message." Well, let me tell you something. If 72% of Arkansans in the last election said Trump's message is their message, and our current governor is saying Trump's message is not his message, that means that guy is out of touch with Arkansans. Now, the mainstream media has attacked me just like they attacked Donald Trump. And the establishment end of the Republican Party in Arkansas hates me as much as the establishment end of the National Republican Party hated Donald Trump. And I take great pride in saying that. In fact, because they were so openly biased, which is against Republican Party rules, I went on statewide media and said, "I'm calling for the resignation of the state Republican Party chair for violating Republican Party rules by openly showing bias." Who does that? What Republican running for office in this state would dare to do that? I did it. And Mr. Webb went on statewide TV after that, and he said, well, when they said, "So, sir, what do you think? And Jan Morgan says that you should step down and resign." He said, "Well, that girl just needs to come down here to Little Rock and hang out at the Republican Party headquarters and learn how things work." I said, how things work is the problem. It's not working for the people. So what the mainstream media doesn't tell you about me, because all they want to do is say that gun range owner who wants to be governor, as if that's a marginalizing me sort of thing. What they don't tell you is that actually I've only owned a gun range for the past 4.5 to 5 years of my life. But for almost 30 years of my life, folks, I was an award-winning television investigative journalist with a focus on exposing waste, fraud, and abuse in government. Let me tell you, I have a nose for government corruption. I want to go in there and shine the light of transparency on that state capitol, that place that they call and we refer to as the Marble Palace. That irks me. You know what? That's not the Marble Palace. That ought to be viewed as the servants' quarters, because elected people are public servants. If you elect me, I promise you, I will not forget that. I am here to serve here. not rule over you and legislate your life to death. So, 27 years an award-winning investigative journalist. Folks, I'm telling you, hundreds of millions of dollars is being wasted in our state government. That's a fact. And that's your money and my money. We're paying for that. So one of the first things I want to do as governor is get in there and do something about government spending. Let me tell you something. Republicans are supposed to be about shrinking the size and scope of government, but you know what my opponent's been doing the past 4 years? He has grown government. Ridiculously so. How do you know that? How do you tell? What's the key indicator, folks, on whether or not you're growing government or shrinking government? What is it? It's how much your government is spending. My opponent, since he took office, has increased government spending by over $600 million. His first year, he increased government spending by $133 million. His second year, $140 million. His third year, $160 million. And this year, he's expecting to increase government spending by $172 million. That is not acceptable. And I believe the people of Arkansas are going to stand up and speak out in this election and say, no more government increases in spending. On day one, wants to go in and cap that increased spending. We're not going to be looking at ways to increase spending. We're going to be looking at ways to cut government spending. And when you can cut hundreds of millions of dollars of wasteful spending, then you can get to the next thing I want to do, which is relieve the tax burden off the people of Arkansas.